Oh shit, I'm alive. I know, it's a shock. I haven't streamed in a second. Yeah, it's been kind of insanity the last couple of weeks, and by insanity I just mean I'm I'm starting a new job next week. I'm a dental assistant during the day most of the time. But I had decided to switch where I was working, which office I was at, so I've been sort of without a regular job for a bit, and I've been interviewing around, and now I have a real job again, and that's exciting. But it also means I have less time to stream. So going to try and work out a new stream schedule. If I do stream, it's not going to be every single day like it was. Probably have to be later in the afternoon. I can't do 1 o'clock really anymore once I get started at my new job, for obvious reasons. But I don't know. We're gonna try and figure it out. So in the meantime, getting back into it, I wanted to play something new as well. This is Crime Scene Cleaner, which I have been obsessed with, just playing in my off time. They just had a big update as well. Funnily enough, I did not even know this was happening, but I had just been playing because it came out in like 2025, and I've been playing it recently, and I thought, oh, the last update was, last year. I don't think it's going to get any more. And then literally like a week or so ago, it got this big Act 2 update, which is crazy. So serendipity or something, I don't know. But I'm gonna start a new game here. You can see I've been playing for several hours in my other slot, so we'll go ahead and start slot 2 here. President Studio presents. Phone ringing. Cute little stars. Don't I know it? A lot of hospital bills. It's been ringing for a while, fam. You should probably pick it up. Doom, do, 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 do. So, this is a game about a janitor who starts cleaning up murder scenes for the mob, which is very fun. So this kid, Tyler, probably someone we know. It's Paul, we mentioned, I guess, is his dad. And for whatever reason, Kovalsky, our janitor here that we're playing as, either owes something to this guy's dad, or, I'm gonna jump out this window. Parkour. This little secret over here. Cute. Ooh, drugs. Netflix and chill. That's stupid. This guy, Kowalski, was either friends with this kid's dad or something, and so this kid murdered somebody, I guess. I think he claims self-defense or whatever, but now we've got to go clean it up for him, because we are apparently very good friends with this guy's dad or something. I don't know if that's enough to clean up a murder scene. I don't know if I've got a lot of friends who I would, well, actually, I'm not going to indict myself by saying I would help them clean up a murder or not. Maybe. You don't know. To mindless moron living here. I'm so sick of you, sick of hearing this hippie music every single night, sick of your shady-looking friends banging on your door and discussing things loudly in the hallway. You're making my life a living hell. Got this key here. Whoop! Hacker voice. There's a second key here. So right away, I can see this guy's... I don't have any upgrades yet. So you do get upgrades as this game goes on, and I'm used to... You might see me open my tab trying to find my upgrades. One of the upgrades is you can get, like, weapons so that you can break things easier, because otherwise you just have to use your fists for some of this stuff and it's very slow. So I'm gonna miss my upgrades right now while I'm starting a new game, but we'll figure it out. Here's our little sink here. And we'll use our detergent. Let's just slows down the rate at which water and bucket gets stained. We'll do strength detergent. Zoop. Get our mop. They all look so different as well because I have skins for them, like little silly sort of things where you can get like little decorations for your tools. So it's weird seeing just the normal mop again. I have like a trident as the skin for my mop in my other main game. But yeah, for being like a simulator, like a cleaning simulator, this game actually has a lot of depth to it, dare I say. Not only are there all of the main levels that you can play, but also there's what they call the nightmare levels, which are like reusing assets, but also completely changing up sort of like there's ones that mess with physics where stuff's floating around. There's ones where like you're basically hopping around with like no gravity. It's the nightmare levels are really crazy, and it's like a really interesting reuse of assets while also basically letting it have like double the amount of playable levels in the games. I think there's like 10 main chapters in the first act, and then with the nightmare levels there's 20. And then with the new act, there are less chapters, but they are bigger areas. So there's like 4 sizes of... Oh, shut up for this. This guy Rob sounds like a serial killer. I don't know who the voice actor is, but he sounds very spooky. Carrying that little bucket here. We gotta be careful because you can knock it over and spill everything. It's quite the mess they left in here. Little guitar here. Whoop. Jesus. Hit that hard. So yeah, it's you can level up your tools as you go so that you can like your mop and sponges and so forth get, you know, they don't get dirty as fast, and you get like extra mops and stuff that you can carry around so you don't have to keep doing this all the time. So since this is the first level on a new game, I'm gonna have to run back and forth a couple times to redo this. Also, you can eventually get a perk that lets you have like infinite of the detergent. Right now, obviously, I have like only a limited amount per area. Whenever it's usually you get like the 1 bottle for that will refill whenever you're finished with a mission. So when I do the second mission, for example, that will be refilled. I am surprised that I am able to mop the walls so effectively. I don't think that's how that works, but whatever. Fortunately, the mop works on literally all surfaces, so like fabric, wood floors, posters, apparently. But yeah, I have like insane OCD. I mean, I know everyone says that, but like legitimately when it comes to like cleaning my own house and so forth, and like being obsessive about that stuff. And this game just, for whatever reason, just really speaks to me. Like I said, I did not expect to get as addicted to it as I am, but I've been playing it a shit ton, so figured why not stream it as well. Plus the story is kind of, so the hospital bills, I believe they will get into it more. This guy, Kovalsky, I believe the story is that he's got a daughter who is like in the hospital. Switch to the other detergent. And so he is a janitor, but obviously with a janitor salary, he can't, because America sucks, afford his daughter's hospital bills. So he decides to, well, this first mission is kind of like a favor, like he's just helping this kid out. And I mean, he is like paying him quite a lot. Probably like presumably drug dealer money or something like that. But he ends up working for the mob, doing this full time, these kind of cleaning up crime scenes, and as a way to sort of pay for his daughter's hospital bills. It's very like Breaking Bad story where it's like, you know, the Walter White like literally starts selling meth because like he can't afford on a teacher's salary his like paying for his, you know, cancer treatments, because that's just how America is. Ooh, there's money here. How to deal with violent Theodore Bundy. Oh, Ted Bundy. That's funny. Overcoming violent urges. Hey man, sometimes people have anger issues, and you know, as long as you're like trying to get treatment for it, that's not a bad thing. You know, some people just have more trouble controlling their emotions, and as long as you're trying to be like better yourself as a person and try and, you know, find ways to manage that, you know. You know, I don't think it makes you inherently bad as a person or inherently evil to like have, you know, more sort of, you know, violent thoughts or violent urges, because some people just, that's how you're born. And there's a lot of like, people tend to villainize or like criminalize having sort of, you know, darker intrusive thoughts, or like, you know, people that have like psychotic disorders and so forth. It's like, that's just how you're born. You can't help it. As someone who actually has experienced psychosis myself, I will say it does not really make you less human or anything. It's kind of upsetting to see how some people, like, as far as mental illnesses go, people are okay with supporting it when it's like, oh, depression or anxiety or something, and that's good. You know, you should be understanding and accepting of people with like depression, anxiety, but there's certain mental illnesses that just get like, oh, it's, you know, evil, or like you're basically like, oh, that's fucked up and weird. You know, it's like, I don't think you understand what mental illnesses are if you are not willing to accept like, hey, some people legitimately struggle with like violent psychosis and that sort of things. That's just how the world goes, man. It doesn't make somebody inherently bad, despite what like popular media might suggest with like, I mean, it's working, so. That thing that I keep hitting, by the way, that button is my cleaner sense, which lets me see if I've missed areas. Because this guy has apparently magic eyeballs. Oh, dead body. Hello. I'll just pick this guy up. Thank you. Wow, I'm strong. Alright. I'll carry it out to my old truck out here. Whoop. Put this fire safe down. I am really good at... Oh, I was about to say I'm really good at jumping down somebody, like a ladder with a full-grown body in my arms, but actually I fell, so. Whoop. Let's throw that in the truck. It's convenient that this guy has a back alley that nobody comes in, apparently, so I can... Oh, hello. Oh, there's also a secret apartment in here I can go into. Whoop. Well, they probably don't. There's another key there. Like I said, I've played quite a lot of this game So I kind of know where most of the secrets are. Not all of them, because again, there's quite a lot to this game, actually. Oh, dear tenant, you're hereby required to vacate the premise within 10 days. The reason for this eviction note is keeping pets. They're clearly not allowed. Death, stalker, scorpions, black widow spiders. Oh, okay. Don't have spooky, deadly animals in your apartment. Or at least be more discreet about having spooky animals in your apartment. Okay, music. Oh, that was quite a lot of money, actually. And spooky things written all over the walls. But there's usually cassette tapes like that hidden in every level. There's usually like 3 or 4. And then there'll be like secret areas you can find, like that apartment. Like, obviously I didn't have to go in there because that's not part of where I need to clean. But I don't know, it's neat that there's all these... Oh, hello. That was like a list of drugs that this person has sold. Punch. Punch. So I can open this window now. It's turned red because... Whoop. Probably. Doop, 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 doop. Can I combine trash bags yet? I don't think I can. That's a perk you get later where you can, like, combine all your trash bags into one so that you can carry more, so you don't have to carry them like one by one down to your truck. But now I'll just toss them in that lift there. Whoop. Once you get like the full upgrades for the game, I will say redoing these levels later, it's like literally 2 seconds. I think you can beat this first level with all the upgrades in about like 5-10 minutes. So it's also a game that could be speed run very easily. But again, since we're starting a whole new game here, it's I gotta do it from the beginning. Oh, money. So we have a suspicious leak coming from the attic here. Well, we're about to go find out, Kovalsky. Whoop. Oh, hello. Jesus. There's a dead woman here, which is ominous. I'll just leave her here for a second. Actually, let's start. Oh yeah, this is a secret as well. This weird apartment here. Pick up all these boards. Whoop. In we go. Roses are red, just like my blood. Now I'm clean and sober, but my dad's still a cunt. Can't count on him or anyone else. No one ever gets me like my dead girls do. Okay. So, well, he's not exactly a poet. So I'm guessing this is written by the guy upstairs, who is, in fact, a serial killer. I was joking when I said he sounded like one earlier, but apparently... Ma'am, I am sorry for your loss, but I am going to throw you into my truck from a distance. Oh, damn, missed. Yes, that's about his daughter, like you mentioned. Sorry that I had to disrespectfully throw you into my truck from a distance, but it's saving time. Up we go. Okay. This is fun. This guy wasn't exactly the best serial killer, unless he just finished killing these girls before he got killed and didn't have time to clean up, because this is, in the words of Minority Report, an orgy of evidence. It's not exactly cleaning up after himself, but now I am, apparently. Yeah, ropes and knots. Yep. Yep. good question. Oh, weed. He's got quite a nice setup for... I feel like it's not as easy as you think it is, Kovalsky. I mean, you have to know a guy, I feel like, to be like, hey, or like a fence, or whatever it's called, to be like, hey, can you help me sell these drugs? Oh, another girl. Sorry, ma'am. This is kind of given the reason why he's not just leaving this here. Sorry, ma'am. But I feel like that would, you know, I guess we gotta cover up all the murders, even though this guy is dead now. And he apparently painted really shittily with their blood. It's like a car. So not only was he a terrible poet, he was also a horrible artist. Like a sunrise. Very definitive judge of character this Kovalsky is. A driver's license. Or ID, student ID, something like that. Whoop. Pick up that. That's a terribly drawn chicken. I have to make sure to take my garbage bags down with me as well. Okay. One of the later upgrades for the sponge is that you get 2 sponges and you get to dual wield, which is fun. I don't know if the sponge is actually like more effective at cleaning fabric, but I feel like it might be. Maybe it's just like some you know, placebo or something, like I think it is, therefore it seems like it is. Yep, that was an excellent description of how placebo effect works, Siren. Good job. Oop, got it. All right. Go empty this bucket so I can pick it up. Take it with me. Whoop. All right, let's make sure we get another brick. Oh, he does know a guy. All right, that's convenient. Well, I guess Tyler, maybe if he's like a shithead criminal, he could perhaps help us find more shithead criminals to sell drugs to, but obviously not to Tyler himself, because apparently he wasn't paying his drug dealer back. Whee. Okay. And whoop. Can we make it this time? Nope. I just can't get a good arc on it. Oh, well, that one went in. Hell yeah. All right. And just like that, we have completed our first crime scene. And apparently we're going to drive through main city streets with just clearly body bags in the back of our truck, and no one's going to say anything different. Yeah, he's in one of those. All right. Well done, gang. See how we did. Another thing, in addition to the nightmare levels, is there's also, you can do all the levels without, where it takes away the hints that show you like, oh, you got all the blood, you got all the evidence or whatever. And it's called True Cleaner, so it's like basically hard mode. I have done my best to do the hard mode ones to at 100%. It's taken me several attempts, and the only ones I've managed to get all the way are all of the Act 1 missions. I have not managed to get the Act 2 missions to 100% on True Cleaner yet, because it's hard. you kind of have to play it in the normal version a couple times in order to kind of memorize where all the evidence is, because the evidence is one of the hardest things to find, because some of the bigger levels you've got to find like 20 pieces of evidence or something like that. So here's our house. Dexter! This is the best part of this game, clearly, is that you have a little dog that you can pet. Dad's cave. Good work. These are where all our little cassette tapes will be. Subtitles missed a line there. Thanks, Tyler. Good question. Let's go to sleep. Oh, and you can see his daughter's room with all of the hospital bed and everything, which is very sweet. And also quite sad. And a bathroom. It's actually a pretty nice bathroom, considering how small this apartment is. Well, not small. I mean, it's got 2 bedrooms. It could be worse. Cutscene here. Miko's Spa and Wellness? Is that Ducky holding the gun?
He's too dumb to suspect a thing.
Love and familiar. Just don't chicken out at the latest moment, Jenny.
Just shove it down his throat. Got it in the bag, guys. Big Jim? More like a big pussy.
Ah, shit. That's a very long elevator number. It can display all letters of traders, apparently. Well, that's a perfectly good hot tub you've ruined. Oh man, my hand is just broken through that sink. And I got a Scrub Daddy. It's very funny. That's a brand that's... Was it like on Shark Tank or whatever that Scrub Daddy became so popular through? I know my phone is over there, but I'm gonna ignore it for a second. Go down to get my... Oh, a message from Elena. Hi, Dad. I know you were busy working, but I wanted to let you know how I'm doing. It's still weird living without you, but I'm slowly getting used to this place. We have normal classes. There are other kids my age, and some of them are really nice. I think they even want to be friends. I guess it's not as bad as I thought, but I really miss you. I hope I can see you soon. Say hi to Dexter for me. Love you. So that's his daughter. Application for a loan rejected. Mr. Kovalsky, your application for a loan was rejected. Sadly, with your current janitor salary, you just don't qualify for any of our offers. Wishing you the best. Is that how loans work? If you have not a good enough salary, they won't accept it? I clearly know how adulting works because I have no fucking idea. The job you did at Rob's was commendable. I got a trial task for you and later a real job. Remember, working for me means high pay, but I demand loyalty. Now let's get down to business. Take all the supplies you need and head to Mike's Wellness Center. Mike's my cousin, by the way. If you prove yourself, I'll reward you handsomely. Okay. And so we have body count, location size. Like I said, these are the 4 different sizes from like small to large, and how much you'll get paid for it. Can I just go to the car without answering my phone? Can I just ignore him? That'd be funny. Oh yeah, I can. So there's bad call. It's trial by blood. I probably should have answered that just for the story. But I think it's just Big Jim being like, come do this job. I killed all these people. Oh, hello. that. Can I get the flashlight yet? Yes. Because that's very useful to have. I'll do that. And clean speed. And that as well. This is our skill tree. This is what lets us get all of our upgrades. Okay. I got a flashlight. So that will help us see some of the things in areas like this in which it's so freaking dark. Ooh, ring. The battery right now on the flashlight only has a limited charge, but eventually we can upgrade it so that we have, I think, infinite battery, which is neat. Okay. So apparently there's more blood somewhere in the entrance. That's on the other side of the door. Is it in the changing rooms? Collect evidence. Okay, so we gotta open these lockers as we go. There's that blood. Is it Miko or Mike? Because I feel like they've said both at this point. Maybe it's two different people. Let's mop up all this blood. There we go. Can I get in this way? Nah, I gotta go around. Hello? Yes, okay. So we got a key for women's changing room 42. Money. Let's see. Where's 42? It's 24. 18, 42. Cool. Apparently there was cocaine in there. I'm not one to judge. Alrighty. A lot of broken bottles and so forth. We're gonna have to figure out how to drain the pool as well. Men's 25. It's weird. Sometimes the things he says to himself just don't make them all that much sense. Somebody sent a meme. Can I see what it says? Okay, that's stupid. So I guess Mike was the one that was related to Big Jim, or that he mentioned. I'm not sure who these other guys are. Yeah, I can't really tell a difference between the mop and the sponge for cleaning this up. Now, the advantage to the sponge, other than that, is that you can go around glass objects and so forth without breaking them. The mop will break stuff if you try and mop around stuff, so that's why I gotta be careful here. Whoop. Get rid of this. Pick up all these broken bottle bits. Okay. Just run back in here real quick. This is a much more convenient location for the place where we take the trash than the truck outside in the first level was. Sometimes the location for like where the truck or the trash can is like really close. Other times it's like you have to run all the way back to like in the very far away area, and it's kind of annoying. I think one of the, like the fourth or fifth mission has one where it's really far away and it's like a huge pain. You do also leave footprints if you walk through like big bloody areas, so you have to be careful of that. Or at least make sure you go back and fix it later. I think there is a perk that lets you like, you don't bring as much blood with you whenever you walk through bloody areas, something like that. Played a lot of this game, in case it wasn't obvious. Okay. This main room, though, is kind of... There are other rooms, obviously smaller rooms, but this is the main room for this mission. Could actually play the music we got last time. I assume it's not copyrighted because it's part of the game. We'll see if I get in trouble or not, I guess. Well, so we'll have to find the place where we can drain this and then refill it with clean water. Can I reach that from here? No, I can't. I need to drain it. I think it's... Can I get in here? Oh yeah, I have to do the hacking minigame. Hacking's kind of weird in this. It's, you gotta like let it do a couple passes usually. Because you go do 5, 7, 2, 1, like that. So it's a bit strange. So we want to drain. There's some music there. VIP. Oh yeah, before I forget, I want to get, was it men's 25? Yes. Ooh, yep, evidence. Yeah, that is an interesting choice. Oh, before I forget, this goes back up there. This little side room here. Is it pizza cutter? I feel like a pizza cutter would not actually be that effective of a weapon. I have used many a pizza cutter in my life, and they are not very sharp, actually. Although perhaps that is the point, is that it's more violent. Yeah, they are just kind of leaving their keys all over the place. Bring this in here with me. Oh, gosh, I forget how often you have to replace the bucket in this early game. I'm telling you, later, once we get all the upgrades, we won't have to do this nearly as much. But you earn points as you complete the mission. I think it's based on how much money you get. Well, see, that's an example of how you can, if I was using the sponge, I wouldn't have broken that, but it's too lazy to switch to the sponge. Whee! What part of the spa is this supposed to be? Like, oh, here's our big table? Our weird, like, sacrificial dais? that how you say it? D-I-A-S? I don't know. I'm one of those people who a lot of times when I see words, it's because I've read them somewhere, so I don't actually know how it's pronounced out loud. One of my favorite examples of that, like, embarrassingly, is that I did not know how facade was pronounced because I'd only seen it written, specifically in Pokemon, because there's a Pokemon attack called Facade. And one of the first Pokemon games I ever played was Ruby and Sapphire on the Game Boy. And I remember seeing that move used. Oh, also here's our little power washer. And I knew what it meant, like what facade meant, but I did not know how to pronounce it. So I think I said like facade or whatever. And my older brother made fun of me for that. And I was like, look, how would anyone guess that it's not pronounced facade based on how it's spelled? That's a true story for you there, gang. Did I get all of the... I think I got all of it in here. Take this and refill it. I didn't use this in our last one, but yes, this is our cute little... what's the word? Power washer. It's really only useful in trying to reach high up areas, so like that over there I'll use it for. Get my bucket back. Move this wine bottle because it's gonna break. Somebody got trapped in the sauna here. Get cooked like Final Destination style. Forget which Final Destination that was, where somebody got cooked in like the tanning beds. Sleep disturbances. One or the other. Oh, interrupted him, sorry. That's an interesting exception. Or... not exception, what word am I trying to think of? Assumption. I guess Jim is just listening to us this entire time we're doing this, which is weird. Out of that detergent. There's just so much blood. Try not to knock my bucket over. I think there's an upgrade that lets you put like the detergent in the what's that called? The power washer as well later, but again, so many of those are like late game because they're expensive. And you get only like 5 or 6 points something at a time for completing the mission, so. Now you can obviously replay the missions and get the money, and you can sort of, like I could just replay the first mission over and over again to get enough money for the points to upgrade everything, but I'm going to go through normally. I will do the nightmare levels though when we get, once we've gone through all of Act 1, because I think those are cool. And I want to show those off before getting to Act 2. This is a neat sauna. This would be fun to visit. I've never been to a sauna or like a spa or anything like that. I feel like it just, the idea of being like possibly naked or in a towel or whatever around other people is just uncomfortable. Also, I just am not comfortable with the idea of someone like waiting on you or having to like do a massage or something like that. That just feels weird. I mean, it's probably nice, but I don't know. I just feel like I'd be too awkward for that. too awkward in general. Good lord. Almost knocked over my bucket. That would have been great. I might have to get the power washer to get some of these higher areas, although I don't know. Let me grab it. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta move it closer. There we go. There's another upgrade. Again, I'm going to mention all the cool upgrades because I'm sad that I don't have them, but there's one where you can, eventually you'll be able to just carry the water thing on your back. So then you don't have to keep moving it to be closer. Because the hose only goes so far. So like if I tried to take this to the other room without moving the actual machine, it would not let me use it. All right. I think that's everything in this area. Do a quick yeah, just little traces with my crime scene vision. Yeah, that's out of water. Whoop. Is that all right? Whoops, Jesus. Oh, for fuck's sake. Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to go in the... Whoopsie. It's trying to go in the bucket. Boop. Pick up this dead body. Which we know is an ice pick. Not a great way to go. Don't think I've ever met anyone in real life who's had an ice pick. Seems like a fancy person thing to have. Everyone I know, if you need to break up ice, it's like, alright, just hit it against a counter a lot when it's in those, like, bags you get from a fucking gas station or something. Where does this go? There it is. Shout out to Thornton's. Good place, good gas station chain. It's like very Midwestern energies. Like, let me go to Thornton's, get myself a very cheap soft drink that's gigantic. It's the American way. I feel like if this had been filled with completely bloody water, it would be like every one of the walls would have stained with blood, not just like certain areas, but whatever. Also, this gun. That gun's not gonna work anymore. Or maybe, I guess it depends on the gun. I don't know how many guns can be completely submerged in water and still work okay. AK-47? That's like a notorious doesn't jam one, right? I don't know anything about guns. Although I have shot one before. My dad did take me to a shooting range when I was like 12, just to familiarize myself with the handgun that he had, which I don't remember what type of handgun it was. DJ Khaled. I feel like he was more like if you're gonna have guns in the house, you sort of wanted, you know, us to be safe with it, to know how to use them properly, but he doesn't have guns anymore, so it's not really, haven't used it in years. Ooh, necklace. So much blood. I feel like I've had to refill my bucket like way more than I did at the... Oh, and I'm out of detergent. Sad. Just gonna have to use plain water. Boo. Where is the... There it is. Oh, hold on. Don't say taint. I accidentally stepped on one of the rubber duckies. That's cute. When the reticle turns red like that, by the way, that's when you can tell that it's too soaked with blood to keep using. I didn't mention that before, but I felt like that was probably fairly obvious. Let's use this here. So you can see I would not be able to reach up there on the ceiling, so that's where this comes in handy. Miko's spawn wellness. See, it says Miko's, but like they said the former owner was called Mike. Maybe it was a nickname. It's an odd choice to have a nickname that is the same amount of letters as the original name, but who am I to judge? Take this in here. Hope everyone had a good Easter, by the way. That was yesterday, as of when I'm filming this. Kind of a fun holiday. You get candy, like Halloween, if you have a family that does like Easter baskets, like mine does, because my mom is adorable. Alright. Still have to do this room in here. Take this, and I gotta refill the spa now that it's... there we go. Yay! Okay. Oh dear. This feels like this would be impossible to move single-handedly, but I guess Kovalsky's pretty strong. Alright, she got cooked. I feel like if she had still been in there when that was going off, she would... like, that would have started a fire in the whole building. Oh yes, I forgot. It's telling me to equip the UV light so I can see in these dark areas. Which is another tool I had not shown off yet, so... clean out all of the burn marks from this, which I feel like this machine would not function anymore if somebody had literally got cooked in it. But I don't know, maybe it's a very sturdy suntanning thing. These things always freak me out, by the way. I've never done, like, fake tanning, either like a spray tan or, like, actually using a bed like this, but these things freak me the fuck out. Again, probably because I have seen Final Destination, which those girls get cooked in it, but I'm like, no thank you. Not risking that. I'm sure it's not actually possible to cook someone like this, but hey, you never know. Let's move this around here. And then once we get all the blood and everything mopped up, we'll have to go through the lockers and get all the evidence, because I haven't got all of it yet. And make sure we get the secrets, because there is a secret area here as well. This is pretty small as far as the levels go. There's only, you know, these, like, couple basic rooms in here. So there's not as many secrets in this level, but there is at least one secret room. Oop. There we go. There's evidence. I'm bored out of my mind, hubby. Been here for an hour. Just 10 more minutes. I'll make it up to you. Buy me a jacuzzi like the one you have here. When we take Jim out, we can sell this whole business and go fuck each other's brains out in Malibu. Okay. So this is one of their wives. All right. Pick up my bucket here. Let's see. VIP. Woo! Look at it. Steal all this stuff. Woo! Yeah, he is listening to everything you say, Kovalsky. Alright. That should be everything. Alright. That is another location cleared. And just at an hour, so I will go ahead and wrap this up in just a minute once we get all this taken care of. Got all the trash, got all the furniture, got all the evidence. So you can see there's not that much evidence in these early levels. Not that many bodies either. Eventually there'll be like fucking 20 bodies at a location. Yay! Got all the tapes. Got at least one secret. I'm not sure what the other one would have been. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save. But thank you for joining me today for my sort of welcome back session here. Like I said, we'll kind of see, well, you know, how it goes as I'm getting used to my new job, when I'll be able to stream some more. But Thank you for joining me. I've been Siren, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.